So your child just got accepted into a New York City university. Congratulations. Now you might be thinking, I'm just gonna have to throw away all of that money for expensive student housing. You actually have another alternative. You might buy an income property while they are living here in New York City that you can hold while they are here and then possibly beyond as well. Let me go through with you exactly what you need to know if you're gonna be buying an apartment while your child is attending a New York City university. There are three different types of properties you can purchase. The first one is a condominium. Now that is the most expensive, but it's also the easiest because it affords you as the owner to rent it out or frankly to give it to your child while they're attending college, and then you can rent it out after the child leaves New York City. The other type of investment is a co-op. A co-op is a little trickier because it's a little bit more difficult to get into and it's a little bit more difficult to get out of. However, the upside is it's considerably less expensive. The other type of property you might want to consider is a multi-family property where your student is going to occupy one of the units and you're going to collect rent on the other units. Let's start off with condominiums. It's the simplest form of ownership. When buying a condominium in New York City, you need a 10% contract deposit, and then you bring the rest in the form of either a loan or of additional cash, and you close on the property, and the day after you purchase the property, you can install your child as a renter there, or of course, if you're paying for the property yourself, they can just live there as a guest from day one with no issues. That's the easiest way to buy in New York City while your child is in attendance. Your next option to purchase is a co-op. Now it's a little bit more involved because in addition to having more down payment, you may have to have 20 or even 25% down payment to purchase in some of these co-ops. You're also going to have a little bit more flexibility as it regards to the paperwork when you purchase the apartment. They're also going to want to scrutinize the situation between you and your child, of course. Is your child going to be paying you rent? Are they going to be living there for free? Are they going to be having roommates? Does your child generate any income while they're in college? There are some co-ops, however, that are very investment friendly. And in those situations, they will allow the purchasers to buy with their students, to buy for their students, or to buy as a pied-à-terre, which means as a part-time resident. And then they will allow for you to have your child live in the apartment as one of the residents of the pied-à-terre. The third type of ownership is to buy an actual building. There are a number of 2, 3, and 4 family apartment buildings around most of the universities that you can purchase. As an out-of-state owner, you're probably going to want to buy an apartment building that is less than 6 units. 6 units or more subject you to rent stabilization laws, which is something, if you don't live in the city, is something you really don't want to deal with. If you buy a duplex or a 4-unit, you can move in your child into one of the units and rent out the other units. That's great from an income standpoint because the extra income will help you to offset the purchase price and your monthly carrying charges on the property. The downside is, of course, is that if you don't live in New York City, you're going to have to hire a maintenance or a management company to do day-to-day upkeep on the property. These type of superintendents are available for hire, and sometimes you can get them for as cheap as $300 or $400 per month, depending on how much work you want them to do. This is a slightly higher level of involvement as an owner, as the maintenance will be all your responsibility. But the upside is that the taxes on these type of properties are generally much less than condominiums. And of course, you will have no monthly maintenance bill beyond your superintendent and your other utility bills like gas and water for the building. As you can see, there's many different alternatives that you would have if you want to purchase a place for your kid while they're going to school here in New York City. We've gone through 3 of the most common purchases here in the city, and we can help you with either one of these options and explore either options, quite honestly, and what the availability is of the inventory next to your school. Please contact us directly, and we'd be more than happy to help you.